Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my fun project this weekend. If you wonder sometime why I'm not looking at the camera, because this is a one tech, so I control everything on the OBS. Um, so right now I'm adjusting the volume for the background music, and it might pop out some YouTube ad, so don't worry about that. So let's talk about my project this weekend. Um, I've been debating if I should get the new wireless headphone style that people nowadays you can see people walking around with it all the time. Those wireless or earbuds, they call it earbuds. I actually did look into it before, long time ago, because I don't want to. I used to hate the freaking over ear thing, the wireless one, because it's make my ear hot and it's not that great to wear all the time for a long time. And they're usually really expensive. So I was searching for an earbuds for a long time before, and all the famous brand that I've tried and I found, they don't have the quality that's great, for my expectation. So and it's expensive, and they were expensive too. It was like 150, 160, all of them, all the Bose, all the Sennheiser, all the Bang & Olufsen. And it's been a while, and I haven't really looked into it because all of those brands can't make a good earbuds. I don't know about other like Skull Candy. I don't know all the brand. I don't think they can make it. So it's been a while since I first tried it, and so now I feel like I need to deep into that water again just to test it out, see how the technology have been gone so far. So that's what I did this weekend, trying to find out what earbuds should I try to buy. And so I end up with having a bunch of earbuds from different stores, and my good friend was kind of making fun of me, tell me why don't I just make a review video about it. So here I am making a review video about it with the interruption of YouTube ads, but well, it's a good one. I can just skip it. So here the review of all the earbuds that I have been using. So before starting the review, I wanna go through the basic, how I base my review on. It's mostly my personal take on those earbuds, and which one I prefer, which one I don't. And maybe you can have your own opinion. Depends on your taste of music. So let's start with the bases. From my understanding, I'm not a pro or anything. It's just from what all the earphone that I have been using and a headphone that I've been testing out. I realized that there are two types of headphone. There is two types of headphone that a lot of companies follow. Two style, trend, whatever you want to call it. It's the different. It's a style. There's a group of company that make the headphone for like people who play music, or like when you do music recording. They make the earphones or headphone for those. Those are very high on, like the high end of that is very high on the trap and the mid. So basically the bass is not that strong. So for those earphone or headphone, you can hear almost everything, like the band, little droplet of water in the background. You can hear everything for those high end. But the problem with that is the bass. You can hear the bass. You can hear the deep bass. Sometimes they advertise, oh, it has deep bass, but the bass is not that strong. Take an example. You can have a regular speaker you can hear the bass and all the crazy speakers for movie, especially for movie. But a lot of time when you build your home theater, they prefer to have a subwoofer, because the subwoofer will, when what they do is they amplify the bass, make all the explosion and all the deep sound more powerful, and make the scene more dramatic. So for music, some of the music is like that. Some music need that type of bass amplifying. So there's another group of headphone maker or whatever earphone makers they follow that trend. They go to the deep one, usually those for hip hops. And you would know that if you're a like Dr. Dre Beats type of headphone. It's very, very, very deep in bass. I don't like those. It's way too much bass. The problem with that is that when you have too much bass like that, all the sound tend to mix together. It's just like in when you watch a movie in an explosion, you barely hear anything different. It's just a whole dramatic explosion, like boom. It's like that. You can hear the strings, you can hear the trap, you can hear the mid, you can hear all the background music, but they don't sound that nice compared to the high trap and high mid one on the other extreme. There's a group, so there's a third group. There will be a third group of makers who tend to make something in between, but go toward more the bass one. So that's Bose, that's Bang & Olufsen. Sennheiser is kind of in the mid, but go toward the trap and mid. Sony is the one that go deeply to the mid. That's why it's very good to certain people, because a lot of people, when they listen to music, they listen to songs with vocal voice and the really nice music in the background. They don't need a lot of bass. So Sony is really good for that type of listening style. And they in the middle, but they lean toward more the trap and the mid end. Bose and Bang & Olufsen, they lean toward more the bass end. And there's a bunch of other headphone company that they make headphone. It's not in the middle, it's lean toward the other end because they make the headphones for the more for the music recorder. Like they record music, so they want to listen to their own things, so they have to hear the voice, they have to hear the background music, they have to hear the string, they have to hear if the bass is there, and then they adjust it later, but they have to make sure that everything is perfect. So those are the people they make it for. And so yeah, so I am more interested in the middle one, all the earphones like I having a Bose right here. So Bose and then Bang & Olufsen, they tend to make it toward that end. So those are my favorite because I like that style of listening to music that way. Because I'm listening to a lot of like soundtrack and trailers and from, I don't know, video games, Warcraft, Darksider, stuff like that. So those usually, if you don't have the bass, it sounds really very flat and it's not as powerful and dramatic as it should be. So that's how I pick my earphones. Yeah, so that's the basic. That's how I pick my earphones and which I will like and I will prefer. And that's the basic. So, last weekend or last week, I did a bunch of shopping, and these review probably brought to you by Costco, Target, Best Buy, and of course the great Amazon. So let's look at the selection we have here. So here, there you go, on my, I can't tell, this side. There's a bunch of headphones that I bought. So you can see from left to right, here we go, left to right. These are the one that I pick, and they have pro and cons, but the first thing I have to say is that the earbuds technology hasn't gone that far. Remember when I first said that's like a few years ago I tried it, and it wasn't that great. A few years later, now, I tried it, and it wasn't that great either, because the technology hasn't gone that far. So let's start with the one on the left here. So this is a Skull Candy. Skull Candy, I think they try to follow Beats trend. I don't buy Beats because I know it's not gonna fit me. It's a trend I hate. I'm not gonna just listen to bass all the time, and I can't hear anything else. Everything just like amalgamation of sound. I don't like that. So Skull Candy, they tend to make the headphone like that. I tried them before, but these kind of like low end quality. I didn't really interested in them. But a few years lately, I feel like they've been growing a lot. They've been growing a lot. So I tried them out. And it's not cheap. It's like $80 for this earbuds these earbuds. And the conclusion I have with this is it kind of fit my style, but because the sound quality is great, the bass is strong, it's there, it's create that kind of dramatic feeling that when I listen to orchestral, heroic, dramatic music, it's there. But I think they went a little bit too much to the bass. Like I hear everything together, like it all mixed up together. And the problem with the bass is that if you listen to a piece of music with strong strings, like they play the string in the background, you can't feel it. What I feel is I feel like I'm like I'm in this like a tight room listening to it. It doesn't sound like I'm in like a giant hall and hearing the orchestra going loud and clear. So, and then every other thing is like they all mixed up together. It's not that great. YouTube that. It's not that great, so I don't like it that much. It's not my favorite, and I think I will return it. But it's not bad if you're like the bass one, like Beats, and it's cheap. It's much cheaper than Beats, I think, and the quality is pretty good. And one thing, they all have apps and allow you to do the equalizer. Not equalizer, but like can't certainly. I missed the word. I guess it's the equalizer. Skull Candy actually have really good equalizer. They have like 5 bar, which is almost like the one that you can find in the Tesla car. The rest of them, a lot of these, usually only have 3: trap, bass, mid, and trap. It's not good. The equalizer like that is shit because when you adjust it, they don't do well. So, Skull Candy, decent, cheap. If you like the bass one, go ahead and get it. Yeah, it's not that bad. I actually am impressed because the first one I used was like the first time I tried Skull Candy, they were really trash, but not as good. This one, the second one, is from Jabra. This one actually really fit my style. When I listen to it, I can feel like I'm in like a big room, a hall. The bass is not too strong. The string is clear. All the vocal is pretty good. I'm leaning a little bit 50-50 on keeping this or not, but it's fit my style. The problem with it is when I compare it to my Bang & Olufsen over ear, or even this one, it's still missing something. It's still a little bit. If I put this one, it's like a 7. This might be a 5 or even a 4. So $150 for something. They have it on sale for $150. I don't think I'm like 60-40 on that, because like, do I want to spend $150 on something that's not even, above standard, from what I think, above the standard of the sound quality. So this is like a maybe. I'll think about it. This one, you can tell, is from Bose. It's my favorite. I have a bunch of Bose headphone. I listen to them all the time. Sadly, oh, and actually I forgot, the Jabra one is one of those that will have like a wireless charging for your case. So you don't have to, you don't even, if you have a wireless pad, you can just put it on there. You don't even have to plug it in. So another plus. I like it, and it has really good. I think this and the Skull Candy, they have good battery time. And we might have another YouTube ads. 1 second. This is a one tech, no editing. I don't have time to edit these things. And now we got to the Bose one. As I said, I was a Bose fan, and this one's supposed to be good. Oh, and by the way, all of them have noise cancellation. So, and they all, the same. Not as good, not as strong. It does its job, but it's not that crazy. And I was disappointed. The bass on this is trash. The trap is not that great. It's Bose is trying to be Sony or something, but they're not Sony. They can't be Sony. And I don't like it at all. I don't like the sound quality of this. The one thing with Bose is that I think they have their copyright for their whatever you guys call these, like the thing that you put in your ears. They have this wing thing. This is the most comfortable earphone that I have it on. Because of this. They have it in these two. It's like their copyright. There's no other company has it. And it's super, super good. It's like amazing. Because when you put it on, you don't even feel it. And you can wear it for hours, and you don't really care. But sadly, the quality doesn't make it. It's not great. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it. So, but the noise cancellation is good. The I don't know what you call it. The buds is good. It's a plus. But the problem with this is that battery time is only 5 to 12 hours, so it's not that great compared to Jabra and Skull Candy. But I guess it could it does the job, and if the price go to a certain reasonable amount, yeah, get it. It's not too bad. It's leaning toward the trap and mid one, so if you like that type of music, it's a consideration. And next, this one. This is from Bang & Olufsen. It's a good one. It's also have wireless charging case, which is a plus. And it's also very comfortable to wear it with. To put it on. You can put it on for a long time. And I have to admit, the noise cancellation on this, probably the best out of all of them. I was trying on my Sony, which is supposed, and other stuff, which is supposed to be the best noise cancellation if you go around YouTube. This one, I put it on. I wasn't sure if they have, and I still not sure if they have noise cancellation or not. I guess they do. But when I put it on, I can't hear even me typing. I have a kind of like a hybrid mechanical keyboard, and when I type it, I can hear it. Kind of hear what I'm typing. With other headphone, this one is like silence. It's awesome. The noise cancellation on this is perfect, really good. But once again, it has bass. It's not that much bass. It's weak, and it's a little bit better than the Bose one, but it's not there yet. It's still missing something. But also one more plus point for this is that their equalizer is really good compared to Bose. Bose has like 3 bar. Like, I think the previous version they don't even have an equalizer. They just updated the app. This one, their equalizer is really good, and it's not complicated because it's like a circle, and then you move the circle around in which area you want to hear to, so you don't get intimidated by a bunch of bar with like 10 decibel and all that crazy stuff. You don't know which one to like drag on and off. It's too crazy. You don't need that. So this one is just a circle, and then you just toss it around. It's super good. Originally, I was gonna keep this, but once again, I compared with my other Bang & Olufsen over-ear one, and the bass missing is a bit too much. And this one is not cheap, so it's going to the same play with this. I was testing these two out this morning, and if I have to keep one, I'll keep this, the Jabra one. The bass on this is not as great, so yeah, nah. So now we come to the fourth one. This one should be before the Bang & Olufsen because I tried to arrange them toward the bass and actually no, actually it's good. It's right. So this is from Sennheiser, and I tried it on for like 5 minutes, and I decided to return it because it's totally not my style. It's not as good because before I tried this, I tried a Sony one. The Sony one is much better. This one's cheaper though. So I don't like it that much. The equalizer on the Sennheiser is not that great. I tried one Sennheiser maybe before, the one over ear. Wasn't impressed with it. This one wasn't impressed with it either. Decided to return it right away. So I don't know what else to say. Besides, maybe if you're a Sennheiser fan, you can get it and try it out, but I don't recommend it for anyone. So we get to this, the Sony one. A lot of YouTubers really praising this because they love this, because I think they are in that school, and it is one of the best out of all of these. The quality of this one is really, really, really good, because the noise cancellation on it is also super good. Not as good as Bang & Olufsen, but it's good. But the sound is crisp. If you use it to just listen to vocal and all that stuff, like what I said before, like the mid and the trap, it's very good. I was listening to one of the song in the soundtrack. Did you listen? You hear it in the background from the game called Hua. When the orchestra came on, it sounded like I'm in like a giant hall. It's super good. It's crisp, it's clear, it's bright. But it's not my style, unfortunately. And I wasn't that fan of it. Decided to return it right away. But it's a very good earbuds. $250 with sale? I don't know. I don't know. I can't justify it. But if you are into an earbud, you want to have an earbuds with a good sound quality, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Maybe get it on sale, maybe Black Friday. They have it on sale right now, but maybe they have more on Black Friday. I don't know. But it's good. It's a good headphone. It's a good earphone, whatever. And so after that, after I bought all of these, my friend, one of my best friends sent me a link to another earphone because he thinks that I don't have enough. The pool is not big enough, so he won't allow me to just stop there. So he sent me a link to another earbuds. So what else do I lose, right? I already have a button, so order it. And it's an earbuds from Shure, Shure. So for any of you who use microphone for recording, for doing podcasts, or if you watch any podcast and you see they have like a really fancy giant microphone, a lot of time it's a Shure microphone because they are famous for making microphone. The microphone is awesome. It's like top notch. And for some reason they decide to make this piece of art, the earbuds they have here, this one. So I bought it and I tried it, and oh my god, it's like it's something different. That's what I would put it. It's a nerd level with all of these. It's cheap. It's compared to the Sony one. It's cheap. It's $225. I don't remember the original price, but the Sony one is $250, and this is $225. And oh my god, it's crazy because I was listening to the same song from the album from the background music that you're listening to, and Jesus, it's like this. The sounds was perfect. You can hear everything. You can hear, and then it's also surround sound because some of the song was like it running from your left to right and then it run back and forth. You don't have that with any of these. You don't have that. Simply, you can hear a lot of sounds, but the sound, what do you call it? The sound, the motion of the sound, you don't have it. You can't detect it. And this one, you can hear every single little sound. And like I say, for the low quality one, yes, you can hear the sound, or the Beats one, or the Skull Candy one. Yes, you can hear all the sound, but all the sounds like clumps up together. When you get to like the high ends or like going toward the trap and mids, like the Sony one, you can hear them too, but it's nothing compared to the Shure one. The Shure one is like awesome. You can hear the strings and the solo and the trap and the mid. It's really, really, really good. But the problem with those, we came back to that, but the problem with those type of earphone is that when you hear everything, you don't hear the thing you want, or I don't hear the thing I want to hear, because their bass, yes, they advertise as the deep bass. You can hear it, and what they mean in deep bass is when you hear, like compared to like the Sennheiser, if you hear the bass, it will flat. You can hear it, it's small, you can detect it, and when you detect it, it's flat. It doesn't have the boom sound compared to like, let's say the Jabra or the Skull Candy. It doesn't have the boom sound. It's like the echo of the bass. This one, you can kind of hear the deep sound of the bass. It's there, but it's not loud. It's like you have a very good stereo system, but without a subwoofer. So you can hear the bass, yeah, but it doesn't make the music that need the bass, that need the subwoofer, that need the bass to bring it to the epic level. It's not there. You hear it, but it's not there. But if you use these, so it's not my type of headphone for sure. And it's, even though it's great, I say it's great, I won't keep it. I can't keep it. But if you want a really good high quality headphone, you should get this. And you're not really into the bass crap, you should get this, because this is awesome. Especially if you're listening to something like instrumental and solo. Acoustic is number one. Instrumental that with just one instrument. Oh my god, it's the best. It's so good. I was listening to this piece from the movie called The Departure. I listened to that for all the time, many times before. And yes, when I listening to the thing is like the bass there, the trap is there, all the YouTube is also there. all the all the sound is there, like even with my Bang & Olufsen over ear. It sounds great, it sounds good, but so in that song it has the section where they play the cello alone. And when the cello goes on, yeah, it make you feel good with my over ear Bang & Olufsen. But oh my god, when I use this, when the cello is on, it's like amazing. It's just another different level of quality. I don't know how to say it. And I listened to all of others' music instrumental pieces that I like, and I listened to it before many times, and they all sound amazing. You can hear the thing I like about the the thing I like about headphone, the good headphone, is that you can listen to the same song you listen for many times, many years. But when you use that headphone and you listen to that same song, you hear something new. You hear new sounds. I should have the S there because sound is not plural. But you hear new sounds. You hear new channels of the music, and make you appreciate the music, the piece, the the conductor, and the headphone and the earphone. So sure is, yeah, it's amazing. Sadly, they just don't have. It's not the type that I want. But if you want a good headphone, or for a reason, I think 225 is not bad for the for an earphone, for an earbuds with this type of quality. It's not bad. It's not expensive at all. It's really good. I would keep it if I'm that type of listener. But sadly, I'm not. I can't. I can't. I have to have the bass. But it's a really good headphone. Yeah, that's all I can tell. It's really good. And it's, oh, and one thing I want to mention is that I forgot to mention that for the Sony one, for some reason all of these, it's, I don't have problem wearing them except the Sony one. For some reason the Sony one, when I put it on, for a while it's irritating my ear. Why? I don't know. Who knows? It's just not fit. It doesn't work for my ear. So I guess that's my review. So that, as you go, a bunch of the all my review. So I forgot. I keep telling you guys like the skull and whatever. I don't give you the model. So I will give you the model now, just in case that you need it. So the skull candy is, you can find it at Costco. Shut up, YouTube. Grind Feel. There you go. Grind Feel. That's the name of it. The Chapra one is the 85T. 85T. The Bose one is a Quiet and Comfort. This is all they came with. Oh, here it is. I hid it so well, I can't find the damn thing. Quiet noise cancellation, Quiet and Comfort earbuds. That's Bose. Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2. I don't know why the YouTuber like all over this thing. It's not that great. It's alright. It's not even that alright. For the price, it's cheap. This is the Bang & Olufsen one, E8 2.0. So that's my little project this weekend. I don't know. I don't think I will keep any of these because they don't fit my style, and earbuds technology still have a long way to go. Like even compared to this one, it's not to my standard. I don't like any of them. I think it's one of the reason I can think of is that it's small. You can only put so much components into such small tech like this. I think Shure got away with it because compared to all of that, all of these, you can tell they're big. This is like this hook right here is their receiver, and these twos are their headphone. So it's like two components separately. That's why its sound quality is much better. So yeah, it's physics, right? You can't put too much components into such small area and expect it to be awesome. Like here, you have like the whole wire and all that crazy stuff, and the receiver at the 3.5 jack. And so that's it. That's my project. Hopefully I will do something stupid and crazy like this anytime soon. Adios, guy.